The worst part of biking isn't the snobs, it isn't the fact that it's addictive and can become a huge financial burden, especially if you fall into the N+1 trap. The worst part of biking isn't the saddle sores, flat tires, or bonking at mile 80. It isn't losing your KOMs to e-bikers or bike shops refusing to work on your bike because it isn't a carbon race bike. The worst part of biking is getting hurt. We all bike knowing that a mistake, whether it's our own mistake or not, can hurt us or even kill us, but we still bike anyway just because we love it so much. In this video, we'll talk about my bike injuries, how they've changed my approach to cycling and health, and catch up with one of my friends who was recently injured while riding her bike. The most serious bike injury that I've had that I still have to nurse and take care of to this day was my knee. I know, fixed gear knee injury. Basically what happened is that my legs got too buff from biking that these muscles on the outside started pulling my kneecap out to the side. And then I started experiencing knee pain whenever I was like climbing on my fixed gear or going up and down stairs. And as a full-time fixed gear content creator, a knee injury is probably one of the scariest things that can happen to me because it could mean that I have to give up fixed gear riding and pretty much my entire livelihood. And this knee injury taught me that the healthcare system in the United States is really broken, especially if you don't have super great insurance, which I don't. I 100% needed to see a doctor for my knee injury, but I was just too afraid to, because I was living out of state and nothing was covered by my insurance, and even if I was in my state where I could get covered insurance, they might refer me to a specialist, which may or may not be in my insurance, and may or may not cost many thousands of dollars that I don't have, and they won't tell me how much it costs until I owe them money. That is how the healthcare system in the United States works, and instead of dealing with all that hassle, I instead waited for 5 months. I just took it very chill on my bike. I watched some YouTube videos to try to self-diagnose as best as I could, and I started foam rolling my legs to release the IT band, which is what I thought was the problem, until I could go to Taiwan and see a doctor out of insurance, a sports injury specialist, for $15 out of pocket. Luckily, when I was finally able to see that sports injury specialist, I did a pretty good job of self-diagnosing, and he did say that my IT band is too tight and that I should be doing some stretches. And that I should also be adding some 45-degree angle squats to my workout, maybe every day, so that I can strengthen the inside muscles of my leg to balance out my kneecap, because my kneecap was being pulled out by my outside leg muscles from biking so dang much. So now I try to do this stretch and my squats every day, and it's mostly alleviated the symptoms of my knee pain, but it's not back to 100%. And that's the worst part about bike injuries, is that you don't know a lot of times if you'll be able to ride your bike again. You don't know if you'll be able to ride in the same way again and at the same ability that you had before. And this thing that, at least for me, is my favorite thing in my life to do might not be the same. And when I had those 5 months before seeing a doctor to think and ruminate about what my life is going to look like, whether I'll be able to ride a fixed gear again, whether I'll have to pivot my entire YouTube channel to geared bike content if I even want to get into geared biking, if that's something I even want to do because fixed gear is such a big part of my life and it's my favorite type of biking, or if I should just give up on my YouTube dream entirely and just get a job. All of these thoughts stem from just having an injury, and the worst part of biking is getting injured and just not being able to bike. But after mostly recovering, it's been 2 years since I saw the doctor and got treated for my injury and was given some professional advice. It made me really appreciate my health more and every day that I'm healthy, because it is a gift. Getting injured made me realize that I'm not going to be young and healthy forever. I'm not going to be able to ride my bike the same way that I'm riding it today forever. And my injury also helped me realize what is important in life and the things that I really want in life. And it's really simple. It's As long as I could ride my bike and be healthy, that's enough. All of the other stuff that I thought was important, like having 800 million YouTube subscribers on my very niche fixed gear channel, or living in a nicer house. This isn't my house, by the way. I'm just on vacation in Tahoe. This is a super nice house. Having a bigger house for more bikes, or building up that NJS bike, or I wanted 650B wheel set so I can fit 42s on my Wabi Special. More views, more money, more fame, blah, blah, blah. There can always be more. But what I realized really matters is that as long as I can just be healthy and ride my bike, none of that other stuff matters in comparison to just being healthy. A few years ago when I visited Mexico City, I became friends with Tona and Ellie of the Suerte and Muerte bike crew. And one of the amazing things about biking is that it just brings people together. It's like, if you get it, you get it, and you can make friends wherever you go. It's kind of like a secret society. And Tona and Ellie were super nice to me. They had me over at their apartment, and we had dinner and played some pretty intense rounds of Uno. Sorry guys, but I'm just like unstoppable at Uno. They planned rides around Mexico City, and they showed me around, and they even planned and hosted a bike ride with the Suerte and Muerte bike crew, where we rode to the pyramids of Teotihuacan, and that has become a core memory of mine. Tona and Ellie have since moved to the US, and Ellie has recently had a bike accident. I gave Ellie a call to catch up with her and see how life is after 3 or so years of not seeing each other.
So I was riding with some friends on Saturday. Both of us ride pixies, right?
Yeah.
And we were like really close to a sidewalk. So he like crashed into the sidewalk. We crashed into each other. Like we couldn't maneuver. And then like he fell, like his bicycle took the whole fall. I fell on my right side, right? And I fell on a drain. And my finger got caught in the drain, the ring finger.
Yeah.
It caught in the drain. It just went like that, right?
Oh gosh.
So in that moment, like I couldn't feel anything. I was just laying down and I was holding my hands, and I was like, I can move my fingers, like I can move my fingers. So I was like, okay, it's not broken, right?
Yeah.
I just made sure of that. So we kind of like laughed a little bit, and I got up. I actually rode my bicycle all the way to the other place that we were going at.
Dang, hardcore.
It like kind of hurts, like the bumps, like the adrenaline and everything, like you cannot feel anything.
Right.
And this is Saturday, right? So I'm like, okay, I'm fine. Then, but like in my guts, it was like, okay, I don't think this is fine. So I decided to go to an urgent care, and I told him, you know what? I need an X-ray just because I want to make sure that everything's fine. Surprise, surprise, I got a fracture. Yesterday, we went with the specialist, and it turned out to be really expensive.
Yeah.
So it's almost like $11,000,
Dang.
which I don't have. We decided to go to the county's hospital, right? I went in there at 3 p.m. and then got discharged at 1.
Oh my gosh.
They took me to the orthopedist. I don't know what she is, and then she she made me cry. She put the bone back together and then kind of put like a splint, like a temporary splint, just so I don't move it, right? And then, so this is what happened. So they told me, you need to call us tomorrow so we can make an appointment for the surgery. I called today in the morning, and they told me they only have appointment for July.
Oh my gosh.
I cannot wait until July, just because like I already talked to people and they told me like if it heals right now until July, when you get the surgery, it's gonna be a whole thing, because then I have to break the bone and then make the surgery, and it's gonna be complicated. So our option 3 was, okay, I need to go to Mexico.
Yeah.
And go to a specialist, a private hospital, and they're gonna charge me like $3,000. Which is less.
That's way better than here.
The health system is broken.
It's so bad.
You cannot get anything. You have to wait. You're not gonna get the attention that you need, right?
Has this changed the way that you think about biking at all?
No.
No?
No, totally no. I was talking to Tona about this, like, well, I am gonna be more cautious. But even if you're cautious, like, things can happen. Like, you can always have an accident. So it doesn't change my my way of looking at the bike thing. You know, like I still want to ride my bicycle after this.
So what is bringing you back to biking? Because you sound like you're excited to get back to riding.
Because I love it.
Yeah.
Because it makes me feel good, you know, like it makes me feel good. It makes me feel free, you know. It makes me feel like, I don't know about you, but I think we share the same thing, you know. Like when you're in a bicycle, you'll be happy. You're
Yeah.
not thinking about any problems. You're not thinking about anything. You're just like doing your stuff, you know. Even if you struggle with the road, you're gonna get somewhere, you know.
Right.
That's gonna be the reward for you. And I don't know if I told you that recently, you know about the MS 150, right?
No, what is that?
No? Oh, so it's like it's a ride to support the multiple sclerosis.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So and then you get fundraise. It's also a fundraising.
So you did a fundraiser, and now you need a fundraiser.
Now I need a fundraiser. So we participate as a team. Some of the my friends here in the bike scene here in Houston. I only did the first day, which was the 96 miles. In the fixed
Yeah,
gear.
just only 96 miles on a fixed gear, yeah.
It was because I was supporting also the cause, and because it was like a personal challenge, you know, like I want to do this too, you know, like I want to be part of this, and I also want me to go through that challenge, you know.
Yeah, that's awesome. It sounds like your broken finger is more just like an inconvenience to you than anything.
Definitely, you know, like for everything, like I cannot do everything by myself. Even open a jar is kind of a challenge, you know. I have to put it between my legs and
Money's replaceable.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah.
Your health is more important.
That's what he says.
Yeah. Since Ellie and I had that conversation, she has since gone to Mexico to get the treatment that she needs because the healthcare system in the US is pretty dog water. So if you're able to, if you could check out her fundraiser in the description and donate the price of 2 tubes, just give her some $15 so that she can heal her finger completely and just get back on the bike as quickly as possible. That'd be sick. But if not, that's cool too. Just show some love in the comments, and that's really important as well. But also, if you guys have had any bike injuries, be sure to let me know in the comments, and you know, we could commiserate in our love for biking and how injuries suck because they prevent us from not biking. And if you're able to ride your bike today, maybe do it and consider what a beautiful gift it is and ride safely out there.